Hello everyone, and welcome back to yet another General Cadaver video. Today's video is going to be a pretty simple, pretty straightforward video. It's probably not going to be that long. In today's video, I thought that I'd go ahead and show you my shoe collection. I'm going to start with my everyday shoes, then I'm going to work on, or move into like house shoes, regular shoes, and then slowly get to more like crazy shoes. I don't have that many pairs of crazy shoes. The crazy shoes that I do have, I am going to save until the end, so be sure to stay until the end of this video to see my best and my coolest pair of shoes. I love shoes. Used to when I was a kid, I would just go everywhere barefoot, Walmart. I used to go around barefoot, just everywhere in the woods and stuff like that. I have a big old scar on my foot one time from I jumped and I landed on glass, filleted right under my big toe open. Blood was everywhere. I got blood all over my cousin and them's kitchen. They didn't mind, but they dropped me off with my mom and she took me to the hospital to get stitches. The stitches didn't really hurt, obviously. They numbed me, but the numbing shots directly in the pink bleeding flesh of my toe was absolutely horrible. It was like that dental pain, but on my foot. All right, anyways. We'll get started with my everyday shoes. These, hey, a little cat's messing with my shoe. So these are just some pink Nike shoes. These are like my main everyday shoes. I wear these with casual outfits when I don't feel like putting on shoes because I could just slip my feet into them. You can see there's pecan, acorn tops, and rocks in them. Yeah, but I really like them. The pink Nike, I got these 2 or 3 years ago on our family's like very last vacation. It was our third and last vacation we ever got to go on. Went to Galveston for a few days, and I got these to go to Galveston because obviously it was summer, it was hot, we were on vacation, we just wanted to get up and go. But yeah, pink Nikes. Nike's a good brand. I mean, they have lasted a long time. I've had these for like 3 years. I wear these all the time. No matter where I go, I'm probably wearing these. You can see, you know, little indentions, especially from my toes and stuff like that. But these are pretty good shoes. I don't remember how much these cost. I'll try to put it in the video if I can find it. But they're just comfy, everyday shoes. Here I am, just walking in front of the camera. With each pair of shoes, I decided to give you guys a little view, what they look like on the feet. You can see the front there. Hopefully this is good enough, like lighting and everything. And my other pair of everyday shoes are my Osiris's. These were the first pair of shoes that my mom ever let me buy from the boy section. She used to always tell me to get shoes from the girls section. And then one time when we were shopping, I believe these were for school. I think these were for school. I've had these for a long time, but I think these were for school. Yeah, she just finally let me pick them out. I've been looking at the Osiris's. There's still more Osiris's that I want. I think my brother had got a pair the year before this that were white with skulls all over them. And they're just really, really nice pairs of shoes. I still have them. I love the green color. The laces are super long though, so I have to double tie them and stuff them into the shoe. And I've also completely rubbed. My mom wants everybody to see the baby kitten. Oh,
somebody adopt him.
And oh yeah. I really don't remember how much these cost either. I've heard people say they're like skater shoes. I can't skate. My balance is too bad. I've tried. I just fall right off the board every time, no matter what. Maybe I should practice again. I don't know. I need to get like kneecaps and elbow caps and a helmet and stuff before that. But I have completely rubbed the plastic. I don't know if you can see, but I've completely rubbed the plastic, or rubbed away the fabric to the plastic in the heel here. I would like to get it fixed. I don't want to throw away these shoes. I still wear these shoes. The plastic hasn't seemed to bug me yet, but I mean, I've had these for years, so it's really no wonder that I've worn them away. Oh yeah, I guess I'll tell you guys the size. I'm not really sure. So the American size for these has rubbed away, but it's like a European 39, CM 25, UK 5.5. I don't know what the size is in the US. I think this shoe size has rubbed out too, but usually I'm like anywhere from a 7.5 to a 9. I think in one shoe company size I'm like a 9.5 or something like that. So my feet aren't too huge, they're pretty average sized, but most of these are probably gonna have the size worn away in them. These are really good shoes. I would recommend these. Nice balance, you know, they're nice, they're comfy, squishy. and they feel secure on the feet. These are just everyday, regular tennis shoes, I guess. Some people say skater shoes, but I really like these. Of course, they were my first boy shoes, I guess, like that. But yeah, I like the green color. The green and orange is nice. They feel good on the feet. I do get tripped up on the laces sometimes just because they're so incredibly long, but I try to make sure that they're tucked into the shoe itself so I don't trip. Okay, next in line for house shoes. These are my probably most boring pair of house shoes. These were the pair that I got. They used to look a lot better when obviously they were new, but I wore them out a lot. You can see they're very flat. They're very dirty too. I have put them in the washing machine and washed them and dried them and stuff. They just say large, US 9 to 10, UK 7 to 8. Deer foams. I guess these are deer foams. But these were my pair, and I think I lost this pair for a while because I ended up with my sister's gray pair. That's why these look better. It's because they used to be my sister's, and I don't know, she doesn't wear out her shoes, I think, like I do. I don't know. She just never got them back, I guess. I just never gave them back, so I guess they're mine now. I guess I've had them since she gave them to me, but they're just nice and comfy. I probably got these at Walmart, but even some of the bottoms is worn out on them. You can see all the cotton. They are pretty dirty, especially on the inside. I just wear these whenever my feet are cold, winter, summer. They were probably like 10 to 20 bucks at Walmart, I'm assuming. Yeah, these are just standard house shoes, nothing too special. The pink ones originally were mine, and then the gray ones were my sister's, but I ended up with them. Pink ones are in a lot worse condition than the gray ones, just because I've had them longer and I don't really treat them that well, just, because they're house shoes. But here's the gray pair. They're in better condition, but, they're just from Walmart, so again, they're going to get torn up pretty quickly. Here's me just doing some more walks. And my Christmas socks. I guess good thing I wore Christmas socks, match with the month that this is going up. But yeah, they're just pretty comfy, and they have a hard bottom, so you could take them outside if you want to. I have a few times. My next pair of house shoes. I think I bought these for myself on my birthday. These are my monster slippers, my monster clobbers. I really want to get another pair of these. I don't wear these too often just because I really don't want to mess them up. I really like them. They're just these big, fluffy, pink, some sort of monster feet. They're like hairy and fluffy, but they have these like pink holographic claws, 3 little claws on each feet. I really enjoy these. I think they're a size 6. It just says Wonder Nation 6 on it. And these fit my feet, so it just goes to show how different companies have such weird sizing with their shoes. But I really like these. They're just so soft. They are a little bit dirty because I have worn them, but I try not to wear them too much because I love them so much. They're just so comfy and so pretty. I did get these at Walmart. I can't remember how much they were. Maybe 10, 12 bucks? 12 to 15 bucks, I'm going to say. I hope they weren't more than that, because obviously, Walmart tears up real quickly, but they are just super cute, and I love them so much. I want to get more pair. I think they had another pair that was like a little less girly that I wanted to get. I just didn't manage to get them in time. But yeah, I really love these. I recommend these. If you ever see these at Walmart, I definitely recommend getting these. They're just so cute and so comfortable. This is one of my favorite pair of shoes, even though I don't wear them that much, just so I don't get them dirty. But they're just so cute. They look like they're your actual feet. I don't know, kind of looks like Bigfoot, I guess. But I love the pink shaggy color. The pink nails, of course, they're just so girly and cute, and they're honestly so comfortable. Probably my most comfortable pair of shoes, and probably honestly my cutest. I wish I could get these in like an outdoor pair. I could just wear these to Walmart and stuff, but these would obviously get way too dirty, pick up way too much bacteria. But I would love a pair of actual shoes just like this. We'll just move on to regular shoes. These are just plain old non-slip work shoes. You can get these at Walmart. They just don't have any slip. They're slip resistant, non-slip, whatever. Oil and slip resistant, tread safe, slip resistant shoes. It's just for when you're working around water and oil. These are for when I have fast food jobs. I haven't really had too many since I got these. I try to avoid fast food jobs if I can, but these would have definitely come in handy in my first few fast food jobs. I just had them when I worked at Wendy's. I worked at Wendy's for like 2 weeks before I got fired. They required these. Other places I was at didn't require them, but just keep them just in case I ever get, you know, a fast food job again, or somebody else needs some slip resistant shoes. They got nice ties. I don't know if they would be good for like climbing or something like that. They're slip resistant, but maybe if you're climbing a slimy mountain, maybe they'd be good. Again, I don't remember how much these were. I'll try to put that in here. They were probably like 30-40 bucks. I know they were probably overcharged like hell for these. These are just standard non-slip work shoes. They have like a bunch of different designs, but I picked this one. Just seemed the most like it would work the best. And they're pretty cool. I like how the toe is held up a little bit, positioned up. That's a nice feature. Okay, the next pair of shoes. I can't honestly remember where I got these. They're a little bit dirty. Either my mom or my sister got these for me. I'm not sure who exactly did, but they're just these black Van-esque shoes. They say no bow, no boundaries, so I'm pretty sure these were bought at Walmart, just some regular shoes. They say memory foam on the bottom, 7.5. I haven't really worn these much. I just have these just in case, like, I don't know, just because I didn't have any other pair of like black regular slip-on shoes. I just kept them for the variety. I think I was gonna sell them or something, or plus they're just from Walmart, so I might as well just keep them in case, you know, if I ever need shoes that I don't care if they get torn up or something. But they are nice, just like knockoff Vans, a little dirty, but just to keep them in case I need some casual shoes. These shoes were given to me. I don't think I've ever worn them out. They were a little tight on my feet. I'm gonna see if a different pair of socks will fix that. If not, I'll probably get rid of them, donate them, sell them, something like that. But yeah, they are just Walmart shoes. Okay. Don't know how much those were. Probably $15 to $20, I'm assuming. Okay, so the next pair of shoes that I have are these Skechers, like little rainbow tie-dye. I don't know if they're Van knockoff necessarily, or if they're just like, this is like Skechers. I don't know, because they have these little stretchy things right here. I don't think actual Vans have those, but again, my sister gave these to me to sell, keep, throw away. And I just decided to keep them again, just like the last pair, just for variety, just in case. I mean, I never know. Maybe I'll want a whole rainbow outfit one day, something like that. I think these are the only pair of like Skechers I have. I think I had Skechers when I was like a kid. I remember seeing on like the Skechers kid shoe commercials. I'm not sure how much these were. I don't even know when my sister got these, but I received them this year, but they probably definitely weren't made this year. They're pretty comfy. They're alright. I think they're a little tight on my feet, but I don't wear them that much, so it's not really a problem. I'm not a huge tie-dye person, but I do like rainbow color schemes, so they do have that going for them. I believe these shoes are also a little tight on my feet, just like the black knockoff Vans. So again, might try them without socks on and get rid of them if they don't fit. The next pair of shoes I really like, but they're a little hard for me to wear just because they're a little too big on me. I guess this is the brand Ground Up. These are size 8. Probably should have got a little smaller size, but these are my SpongeBob and Patrick shoes. I really like these. I love SpongeBob and Patrick. One's yellow, one's pink. I used to have some SpongeBob and Patrick socks, but I lost the SpongeBob sock. I have no idea where that went. Although I still have the Patrick sock. So yeah, don't know what happened to the SpongeBob sock, but these are really nice. They just have SpongeBob and Patrick's face on them. I'm not sure like how much they would hold up if I wore them a lot. I haven't worn them out yet, just because I need to like experiment and find the right socks to wear with these to make my feet a little bit bigger so they'll fit better. You have like pineapple design with a little flower, and then Patrick's design with a little flower, those little shorts design. I like the flowers. I like how they match, but they're obviously different, and then the insides of them are the same. Just SpongeBob, Gary, and Patrick hanging out, chilling with the deep blue sea background with the flowers and stuff. They're really nice. I think my mom got these for me for Christmas. last year, maybe last Christmas or my birthday. I have such a bad memory, but I do know my mom got these for me, so I really do want to wear them out, but they're just a little bit too big for my feet. Okay, so here are the SpongeBob and Patrick shoes. These are pretty slip-on, pretty comfortable, but they just are a little too big for me. I need to find some fluffier socks, or maybe even double up on a pair of socks. Maybe I could try to wear them this winter with some double or triple socks, maybe. They're just slightly too big for me. I'm not sure if they're like a size or half a size off, but they are a little too big, unfortunately. My next pair of shoes are these black and white Vans here. These are actual Vans. You can see the little there. These aren't their slide-on shoes or slip-on shoes. These have ties and they go around my ankle. I really do like that. My sister gave these to me to sell or get rid of or keep, and I just decided to keep them. I really like the way that they fit. They're very comfy. They look good with basic outfits, just jeans, t-shirts, long sleeves, regular pants, anything with like not much design. They go with a lot of stuff. They're very casual. So yeah, I really like these shoes. Not too worn down or anything. I haven't worn them that much. I'm gonna try to see what size they are. 7? I believe this says US 7, UK 6. So yeah, just shoes are so weird, all the shoe companies with their sizing. I hate how the shoe size is different depending on where you go. I feel like they should just share a damn shoe size, but I don't know, maybe that's part of the magic of shopping for shoes. I was lucky enough to get these basically hand-me-down or hand-me-up since my younger sister gave them to me. Again, don't know the price off of my head. If I can find it, I'll put it in here. These shoes are super comfy. I just typically don't wear shoes that you have to tie. I like to slip shoes on and go. These unfortunately do have to tie. I have to like unlace them, not completely, but loosen up the laces and then tighten back up the laces and then tie them. But they're very comfy and pretty fashionable, pretty versatile, pretty basic, so they do get a lot of use and wear out of me. You can see the Van label is worn off there. This next pair of shoes my mom got me, I am pretty sure for my birthday. Could be Christmas, but I'm pretty sure she got these for my 23rd birthday this year. These are mud shoes. I think these are like imitating the UGG shoes that look like this, because I've seen other shoes that look like this, but this is the Mud brand. It says Stormy. I guess that's the like color, just this black coloring. It says size 8.5. And yeah, the brand is Mud. These are just really comfy. They do kind of slip when I walk, so I have to adjust how I walk when I wear them. I have to be more, walk on my heels. I can't really walk on the front of my feet as much, so I do have to adjust the way that I walk to walk in these, even though they're flat and stuff like that. Just the back here doesn't really go up on your ankle. I wish it went up more. They're really cute. I call these my Clobbers. They make me feel like Frankenstein. They look like girl Frankenstein shoes to me, so I really like these. These are really good for like casual outfits, or I've seen people wear like, I don't know, not necessarily sleep clothes, but just comfy, like lots of stretchy, soft fabrics, but like tight fitting at the same time, paired with these shoes. If you guys get the vision, I don't know how to describe it other than that, but that's what I get. That's how I try to wear these. They're very soft and warm on the inside. You could definitely wear these in the winter, although I don't know how good the bottoms are for like ice or snow or anything. We barely get snow, and I haven't had these in the winter yet, so I haven't worn them in the winter. 8.5, very nice shoes. I do recommend these if you like them, although you might have to adjust how you walk in them. I don't know if that's just me, but yeah. Here are the Clobber shoes. I really like these. I like the thick platform, although walking in them is weird. I wish the shoe like held onto your ankle a little bit more, gave you more support. There's not a lot of support in these shoes, but they're really comfy, and I guess if you're wearing like really long pants, they'll be good for winter because they're warm on the inside, but your ankles are gonna freeze if you're not wearing the right socks. So okay, my next pair of shoes I really like, and I've actually had these for quite a while. These are also Vans. These are my color block Vans. You can see the logos on the back are much more intact than the last pair of Vans. I call these my color block Vans just because obviously the color blocking, you know, they got pink, light blue, this darker blue, this yellow here, different fabrics. These two are the same fabrics, and then these are the same fabrics. They got this different fabric here, this little line going through. I just really, really like these shoes. These are, let me see the size. These are, again, Vans off the wall. These are size 9. So yeah, again, even in Vans sizing, I guess, you know, I can have different shoe sizes, but I really, really like these. I've had these for a few years. I really don't wear them that much, so they stay in pretty good condition. I did customize these, if you guys can see. But yeah, customize them to say, you're gay. So in case anybody ever sees my shoes, or I'm just sitting there and somebody happens to look at my shoes, they'll just read the words, you're gay on it, you are, and then G-A-Y for you're gay. I really want to customize more of my shoes, just put other words on them, more beads and things like that, fun things. I just think that's really cool. And it'll be funny if these ever get donated or something, or if I die and my family gets rid of them. I think the next person who finds them will think that that's really funny. Don't remember how much these were, but I love these. I just wear these when I feel like the outfit calls for it. I try not to wear them too much, but I do really enjoy them. They fit nicely, and they're very, very pretty. That's mostly the reason I try not to get them dirty or anything. I don't wear them when it rains. I only wear them on good weather days, you know, if I'm dressing up and looking pretty. Here are my color block Vans, my pastel, basically colored Vans. I really enjoy these shoes. I wear these when I'm wearing like bright, colorful outfits and have to make sure the weather's nice. They are like a softer fabric, especially the yellow and pink areas are like a softer canvas material. So I do have to be careful not to get these dirty or anything, but I really like that I put you're gay on them. I think it's a really nice touch. Very me, if I do say so myself. I hope people read my shoes and get offended. I hope people read them and think, oh my god, I am gay. And then they're sad for the rest of the day. But yeah, love these shoes, very cute. And my mom got them for me. She was mad sometimes because I don't wear them that often, but I tell her I really love the shoes. That's why I don't wear them that often, because I want to protect them. The next pair of shoes I have were actually a gift from a friend. These are my first ever pair of Doc Martens. These are just some white Doc Martens. I'm not sure what the material is. It's like this squeaky, water-resistant material almost, and then the bottoms are like this weird yellowy kind of color. I don't know if you can tell. Oh yeah, you can kind of tell in the light how yellow they are. And then I don't know if she put the different laces in here. They don't go up very high at all, which does suck for the function of the shoes. I do need to get higher laces, but I do like the different coloring. I like how they're Doc Martens. I never had Doc Martens before, and I guess my friend, I think she said they were uncomfortable, which they are a little uncomfortable even for me. When I wear them, they feel pretty uncomfortable on my feet. I've heard that you're supposed to break them in, but I don't know how long that takes, and I don't wear them much. It says oil, fat, acid, petrol, alkali resistant. So I don't know, hopefully, you know, they're good. Maybe they're good. You wear these in the damn Fallout 4 universe, walk around. But yeah, these are nice. I just keep these in the arsenal to pull out. I've worn them before. Just whenever the outfit calls for it. That's really what having a shoe collection is about. Just having shoes for any outfit, any occasion. They were free for me. I'm not sure how much they are. I know Doc Martens are usually pretty expensive, so I don't know. I don't know how much they were originally. I'll try to find out. These shoes aren't that comfortable to walk in. The shoelaces being down does allow like my foot to go through them. Also, my cat wanted in the shot, so I picked her up and did the little modeling walk with her. But yeah, when you step through them, my shins kind of do come out the front of them. I don't know if you can see, but they're nice. They're just a little, I don't know, the structure is a little hard on the feet, but I do like them. I just really never know what to wear them with, but I keep them in the arsenal just in case. They're definitely shoes that I don't want to get rid of, although I have contemplated selling them. Maybe in the future one day I will sell them if I can't find anything else to wear them with. So these shoes I actually accidentally forgot to talk about. These are my goth boots from Amazon. These were about $52 on Amazon. I don't have any gothic shops near me except for Hot Topic and Spencer's, like 2 towns over. They charge an arm and a leg for everything there, so it's just super unrealistic for me to buy anything from them. So finding some goth stuff has been really hard for me, unfortunately. I really wish I had more gothic clothing wear, because that's truly how I love to dress, but I make do with what I got, with what I can pick, you know. But these are great. I love these shoes. They're shiny. They're very, very comfortable. I don't really wear them in the summer because they're hot, but they're great for the winter. Keeping in theme with the last pair of shoes, my next pair of shoes are also Doc Marten shoes. These are actually Doc Marten sandals. These are open-toed shoes. The platform is bigger and the bottoms are like these almost serrated little pieces of whatever, rubber, plastic. I really like these shoes. These shoes are actually new. I believe I have a haul video on my channel where I include these. I did thrift these. I got these at Ross. They were originally like $78, something crazy like that. And I got them for $20, obviously, because Ross is a discount store, resale store, whatever you want to call it. These are my second ever pair of Doc Martens. I had seen these in the store before, but they were a higher price. One time when I went back, they were a good price. They were like 20-something dollars, and I was like, you know, I really want these shoes, so I might as well bite the bullet, because if I don't buy them, somebody else is going to snatch them up. They'll definitely be gone by the next time I'm here. So yeah, I made sure to go ahead and get them. I really, really like them. They're definitely summer shoes. You could probably wear them in the winter too if you had fluffy and long enough socks, or was just wearing the right outfit with them. I really, really like these, and they say, what do they say on them? They say software on them, like right here in the foot thing. So I don't know, maybe they're softer than the other ones. They are a little squishy, but I really, really like these. Probably won't wear them too much in the winter, but they are great sandals for the summer. I absolutely love these sandals. They're just so cute, so goth and girly at the same time. I love the huge platform that make me feel nice and tall. They are pretty secure as well. They don't really slip around on my feet too much. I do prefer to wear them with socks. You can see the tie there. I have it kind of in like the ballerina style. Just have it tied, kind of going up my ankle a little bit with a little bow in the back. The ties, obviously, if you tie them too tight, they're uncomfortable, but just make them, you know, loose enough to stay on your feet, or tight enough to stay on your feet, but loose enough to not cut off circulation. But they're just so cute. I love the pink and black. They go with so many things, and they're so comfy. Again, the heel is huge and cute. I guess not the heel, the platform. I love platform shoes. Yeah, so these are some of my favorite thrift store finds. My next pair of shoes I also found on sale at Ross. These are, I think, the only pair of Fenty Pumas that I have, and these shoes are really, really pretty. I love this cobalt, almost blue, this like lighter cobalt blue, I guess, with this electric green here, this like tan color on the bottom of the shoes, and these also have a nice big platform. I do love platform shoes. I can't really wear heels just because my balance is terrible. Typically more flat platforms I'm great with. These shoes are also really comfy. They're really, really squishy on the inside. Everywhere in the shoe is squishy. They fit my foot really, really nicely. I love the big tie, or the big shoelace that they have. I can't remember how much these originally were, but I'm pretty sure I got them for around $20. That's usually how much I try to buy shoes for at Ross. Yeah, they were marked down. I think they also have a purple pair that are soft. I think the like stripe on them is a different color. You know, a little animal and a little symbol there is green. I really want to get those pair. I saw one there one time, but they weren't my size, sadly, so I couldn't get them. They're really, really nice. They have little metal fixtures on the ends of the shoelaces. They're just so comfy and so, so pretty. You can't really wear them when it rains or anything because they are like this suede material, this like soft suede, so I would never wear these when it rains. I haven't worn these too much. I think I've worn them out like 2 or 3 times just to make sure I was super careful with them, but yeah, they're really, really nice. They're super comfy, and I don't have any other shoes in this brand. So yeah, I really do want to get more of these. This same exact shoe, but just different color styles. These shoes are so freaking comfy. The platform isn't that high, so it doesn't really feel like I'm walking in platform shoes, but they're so comfy, so squishy, so soft. Just like the outside, the inside is very soft and squishy. And they're beautiful. I love the lime green and the blue. They just look so cute together. I love pairing them with blue outfits or just like making them the pop of the outfit. They're just such cute shoes. I would love these in every colorway possible. I do know of a like purple one. I can't remember which color the streak on it was. But these are gorgeous. I love these. Fenty Pumas, I recommend these 100%. They're so cute. The laces, you barely even have to tie and untie, and they're not long enough to step on. Okay, so now we're going to start to get into my more fun shoes, and we're going to start with the most boring pair of my fun shoes. These I also got at Ross. I believe me and my mom were shopping, and she saw these, and she thought they were really pretty, but they didn't fit her. She saw that they fit me, and she told me I had to get them. They were just so cute. They look so good on me, so I went ahead and bought them. I did wear them out once to a concert, but they did hurt my feet pretty bad. I haven't worn heels and stuff like that in a long time. Most of these bigger shoes and crazier shoes I'm going to show you, I wore in high school when my health was a little bit better, my balance was a little bit better. It wasn't perfect by any means, but it was better than it is now for sure. They are pretty dusty, but these are really nice. I really like the material. They're just solid black. They can go with a lot of things. They can go with what I'm wearing now. You could dress them up, you could dress them down, you could wear these with dresses, you could wear these with really punk outfits, you could wear these with just a jeans and a nice t-shirt, jeans and a blouse or something like that. So these are good shoes. They're pretty versatile. Although the heel is a little high, it does hurt my feet eventually, and I am super flat-footed, unfortunately, so my feet hurt typically if I just walk. They'll typically hurt, so yeah, it doesn't take much for my feet to hurt, but the brand on the bottom says Call It Spring. I did get them at Ross though. I don't remember the price. I believe I may have shown these in a haul. I can't really remember, so I don't really remember the price. I'm going to assume they were like 25 bucks. Probably if they were more expensive, I wouldn't have even let my mom get them for me. I'm assuming she got them for me. I do have some wrinkles just because of the material, and I store them like this just because I don't have a lot of room on my shoe shelf and my closet. I have a little part of like a rack on my closet that I store them in, and then a little like shoe rack with the little drawers or little ledges, whatever the called. I have one of those for my shoes. But yeah, these are just nice. Very casual, very versatile. I do need to practice walking in them, or at least, I don't know, practice how I walk in them so my feet won't hurt as bad. Maybe I should get some gel inserts for these bad boys. That might actually help a ton. Next pair, or this next pair of shoes actually has, I don't know, pretty interesting story, I guess. These were actually the very first pair of shoes that I ever bought for myself. One of the very first things I ever bought for myself when I had my very first job when I was 16 and I worked at Sonic. I was living with an aunt of mine. I was living with my aunt. I don't know, these were like $115 originally. These are from Dolls Kill. This was well before their controversy. I haven't bought anything from Dolls Kill in years, but this was before like the whole weird racism controversy with their owner. I used to love Dolls Kill. I need to get more shops like that, or maybe I just need to dig and find more shops like that need to make themselves readily available. But yeah, these were $115, and then one day they were on sale for like $82, $85. I had some money, obviously, from my first check, from my first job, and I bought them immediately. And I wore them to school a lot, all the time. I got a lot of compliments on them. A lot of people would yell, like, big shoes or nice shoes in the hallway, stuff like that. So I got a lot of compliments on them. They did hurt my feet. I would take them off when I was in class and just walk around in class in my socks and then put these back on in the hallways during lunch. And I also would bring other shoes for gym class. There's no way I'd be wearing these to the gym. Also, you can customize these a little bit. You can slip this thing off here. It is a little difficult to get out, but this little strap buttons in the back and is held by the shoe, and then you can just unhook that from the big O-ring for the zipper. So you have this, so you can take these off and just, I don't know what you could do with this. I don't know if you could use this any other way. I really don't know. I guess it could be like an arm bracelet there. You could do like a weird arm bracelet there. That looks pretty cool. It'll probably fall down. Yeah, it'll fall down, but yeah, you just have this thing, and then if you didn't want to wear that, you could just wear the shoes. Wear the shoes like this. Just a little more casual, and these do make a lot of noise. They jump around on the shoes. The metal hits against the metal. These, you know, everything's metal on these straps here, these little closures. You could take them off and just do this thing, like, they're very customizable. There's a lot of ways you could design them. You could do a lot of fancy fun things with them if you wanted to, but yeah. I love these shoes. I used to wear them to school all the time. These are an 8M. I don't know what brand these are. I think Current Mood. Okay, no, these are Club X, EXX. So these are Club X shoes. Dolls Kill just sold a bunch of other brands on their website. But yeah, I really, really love these shoes. These shoes are just, I don't know, so interesting, so cool. I love the fake snake skin on them. Love the holographic. They do have a lot of scuffs, but I've had these since literally, was it 9th or 10th grade? So yeah, literally had these since like 10th grade. So yeah, they get a lot of love from me. I haven't worn them in a while just because I'm so out of practice with balance and shoes, but I do love them. The next pair of shoes that I have are a little, I don't know, I guess a little more gothic than the other ones. These, I don't really know what to call these, but these are amazing. These are everything. These shoes are some of the tallest, or the second tallest shoes that I have. Definitely the heel is the tallest. Yes, I did wear these in high school. That's when I got these. Used to wear these with just different outfits. They're a little bit hard to balance in. I feel like this middle part's a little, I don't know, I feel like the shoes kind of do like that. So the balance on these, you do have to be very, very careful when you balance them. It took me a while to lace them up to fit my calves correctly, but I really like these. I haven't worn them in a long time, but they're very, very sturdy. They fit with a lot of gothic outfits, and being so tall, you can wear really long dresses with them. I love just all the gothic possibilities with these shoes, and I just love them. They're very classic to me. They are a little with the heel height, like they do kind of remind me of heels, but either way, I love them. They do have some cobwebs on them. Haven't worn them in too long. Really need to take them out of the closet. I believe these shoes are Current Mood. I'm pretty sure I got these also on Dolls Kill. Okay, yeah, these are Current Mood. It says Current Mood on the bottom, like where your foot goes. I just love how big these heels are. I was really, really into shoes in high school. They were just so expensive. I'm sure these were a Christmas present or birthday present. Maybe I got them for myself when I had a job But yeah, I really like these shoes. Big old steppers, big clobbers. And I really like the bottom, how they have the little serrated edges on them. I really like these heels, even though they are a tad bit wobbly. Lacing them up wasn't bad. They do feel very secure on the feet, just because like the entire ankle is covered. I have never fallen in these, I will say. I have like stumbled or a little like tripped up a little bit or almost lost my footing, but they are pretty comfortable. The heel is a little high, but I love the way they look. They make me so tall, and they're just such absolutely beautiful shoes. I love like the muted shiny black. They're so gorgeous. The zipper on the back make them very convenient too, although the zipper sometimes gets stuck. Yeah, sometimes it gets stuck. Just make sure you're like pulling it taut when you unzip it. The next two pair of shoes I actually bought together. I believe these were Christmas presents, or no, I believe they were either birthday or Christmas presents. I can't really remember. I'm gonna start with this pair. I don't remember how much these shoes were, but if you guys were like on Dolls Kill whenever they were popular before their whole scandal and everything, you may have seen they had like a whole bling collection that they did. I was unfortunately unable to get the very first bling boots that they did, where the whole things, I think they were just like flat boots, but the whole things were blinged out. I was, however, able to get these, and I can't remember what this style of shoe is called, but they have so many shoes on their website, or they did. I mean, I don't really want to promote them now. But yeah, they had so many shoes in this style. I think these are called trader boots, trader style boots. I'm not really sure. This thing is kind of soft. It's not like suede, but it's just soft-ish material. And then each of these little things is a diamond. I can't remember how much these were. Obviously, they're not real diamonds. Some of the diamonds have fallen off just with use and wear and everything. I had these in high school too, so I would wear these to school and just take another pair of comfortable shoes for, you know, whenever my feet really started hurting, or just whenever I couldn't, like gym class or something like that. They have a lot of bling shoes. I believe they even have like a bling line of clothes. I'll show you guys these boots in the sun. They're so much more beautiful in the sun than they look without the sun, but they have like this whole buckle strap here. After you get them all tied and zipped up, get this nice buckle strap. They're just so cool. They're so cute. I can't even remember if they're comfortable. I haven't worn them in so long, but I think they're comfortable. The heel is just pretty high, so you wouldn't want to wear them for a long time. And you can take this thing off if this would be a cute choker. I don't know. I've never tried to do that before, but maybe it would be a cute choker if you're wearing these shoes. Okay, baby, that's kind of fashion. All right, yeah, I actually really like this. But yeah, so you can take the shoe off, or the strap on the shoe off. You know, it could be a stud boot or just a fin boot, you know, whichever type of boot you're going for that day. Both styles look really good. I love these shoes. I believe these were somewhere around like $100, but they were like a birthday present or something like that. So can't blame me. You gotta blame capitalism. These shoes sparkle the most gorgeous rainbow color scheme in the sun. I love wearing these out on a sunny day, usually summer. I did wear these to school a few times. Ugh, they're just so gorgeous. I love the black and silver, or black and, I guess silver, whatever, clear diamond color. I really like it, and I really like the boot style, trader boots. I do definitely want to get some more, especially because they're all like the same size. You could like mix and match. But yeah, these shoes definitely look way better in the sun than they do in this light, but I love them so much. The last pair of shoes I saved for last, just because they're my craziest pair of shoes. I think out of all the shoes that I've worn, when I've worn these out in public, I've gotten the most stares and looks and stuff in these shoes, and you'll see why. It is for pretty good reason. Again, these shoes I did buy on Dolls Kill. I don't want to promote Dolls Kill again because they had the whole racism scandal. We don't believe in race. I mean, obviously, we believe it's a real thing, but we don't, you know, we believe it's horrible. So we don't want to support that. But I will tell you the brand that I can, and, you know, if I can, and you can go find these if you want them on the, like, regular brand website or whatever. This is my last pair of shoes that I have to show. These are my I call these my cowboy boots, my cowgirl boots, just because they're the only Texas-y country shoes that I've ever liked. They have a very desert country scene on them. Sorry about the dust. I should have got a dry paintbrush to wipe these off before I showed them to you. But these were pretty expensive too. I can't remember if they were like 100, 115, maybe 125. They are huge. They have a lot of detail, a lot of glitter. They have this really pretty like holographic brown snake skin that I really like. They have my favorite animal on the side, this holographic snake here. Hopefully it's not too bright. On the back of each heel, they have a scorpion, which makes me think of my sister because my sister is a Scorpio. On the other side, they have this cow skull here. And I'm not a big fan of country things, but I mean, I am from Texas. I've lived in Texas all my life. I've never been outside of Texas. I can't say that I haven't been influenced by the dirt poor hick life, okay? The dirt poor hick life chose me. Yeah, so I don't deny the dirt poor hick. I don't deny it. I claim it. I accept it. But yeah, it has this flying saucer here. It's like a starry desert night, but with like aliens, like an alien theme. You can see Jupiter here or something, more glitter. The stars, we have silver and gold stars, these beautiful cactuses here. This one is glitter. This one is like, just like the sewn-on material. And they have this beautiful ombre from like this dark, kind of hot pink into like this orangey red color. It just fades more. Purpley pink, hot pink, reddish, pinkish orange, and then fading into like orange. Has this too. But the thighs are like huge. The thighs are huge. My thigh does not take this up and it still has like a stretchy thing on it. So they're very good for bigger people, I would say. Maybe not on the ankle. I don't know. But yeah, I call these my cowgirl boots. I really, really love these. The glitter does kind of like get knocked off when I walk. I think I just keep my feet too close together when I walk, so when I do wear these, I try to walk with my feet a little further apart just so I don't like rub the glitter together and rub it all off, because I obviously don't want to do that. These boots are just so freaking cool. Probably some of the coolest shoes that I have. That's why I saved them for last. I don't wear them too much. They do sit in my closet a lot of the time, but I would love to find an excuse to wear these. I would love to just feel like dressing up when I go out to get groceries or something and wearing these. I do like these. I actually have worn these to the grocery store before and gotten stares, but they haven't really been out and about in a few years. Yeah, it probably has been years. And the company, I believe this is Current Mood, they also have a second version of these shoes that I desperately want. I don't even buy these type of shoes anymore. What if I had the money? But, oh my god, I think it's like Desert Night. This is like Desert Day. It's like Desert Day or something like that. And then, I guess this is Desert Night too, because of stars. But it's like Desert Night 2. It's like a darker vibe. It's like a darker purple. Oh my god. I want them so bad. They're like these exact shoes, but different, but opposite. And I want them so bad. I want to wear one of each. Maybe one day I'll get my hands on those. Okay, so these are definitely the weirdest pair of shoes that I have in the arsenal. Definitely the most fun, the most funky pair of shoes. I really, really enjoy these though. They are a little difficult to pair with an outfit just because they're such a statement piece in themselves. I think the models in the pictures for these had on like, I don't know, Westerner rave wear, but that's not really my style. So yeah, I don't really wear these too much, but of course I gotta keep them. I don't really feel like parting with them, getting rid of them, so they stay in the closet, but I'm sure I'll find somewhere or some way to wear them sometime. I call them cowgirl boots just because like they're the closest thing to cowgirl boots I would ever wear. That particular boot style is just not my favorite. I just love shoes, you know. I like fashion. I like wearing weird stuff. I like to experiment with fashion. Getting weird reactions from people can be fun sometimes. Sometimes it is nerve-wracking. Sometimes I do feel really anxious when I go out, but it's like a challenge. Just wear what you want anyways and don't really care. Shoes are just one more way to express yourself, to explore your fashion. I love it. I love all shoes. I love comfortable shoes. I love uncomfortable, only for the picture shoes. I do hate the burning in my heel and the burning in the bottom of my feet when I wear them for too long, but I guess you just gotta pick the right timing. And always make sure to bring an extra pair of shoes. Always make sure to bring a Walmart bag. Doesn't matter how tacky it looks. It doesn't matter how tacky it looks. You got to think about your comfort. Always bring a Walmart or H-E-B bag with another pair of shoes and another pair of socks. Because you never know. You never know if you have to walk home, where you'll have to walk, and yeah, you don't want to get your feet compromised. But that's my advice if you're gonna wear big, crazy, comfy, or big, crazy shoes. Always bring a pair of comfy shoes with you. Keep them in the car. Keep them in your bag, something. Okay guys, that was my shoe collection video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what your favorite pair of shoes that I own is. Let me know what your most expensive pair of shoes is. I think mine was like $125 or something is the most I've personally ever spent on a pair of shoes. But I know there's like designer shoes and so many other designers. There's shoes that I want that cost hundreds of dollars, like more than $125, so yeah. Let me know what your favorite pair of shoes of mine were. Let me know what your favorite pair of shoes that you own is, if you know any of these brands. I really hope you enjoyed watching today's video. Let me know if you enjoyed it down below. Please check out my description box. Big thank you to everyone who stayed until the end of this video. Huge thank you to my Patreon members. You'll see your names on the beginning and the end card of every single video. Please check out my description box for my Patreon, my Buy Me a Coffee, my Depop, and my Mercari if you want other ways to support me. Also check out my other social medias: Reddit, Threads, Blue Sky, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, all of that. Anything that I'm on, follow me on there. Also my Letterboxd and my Criticless if you want to keep up to date with what movies I'm watching. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!